Good morning, rise and shine. We are live here from the coast of Maine, Georgetown, Maine. Good morning to you, and rising. There we go.
Here we go.
Hello.
Let's flip around so you can see the sea behind us.
Why? I can.
This is our view.
So, yeah.
Grand Rising, everybody. I'm Sandy. Welcome to the People's Congregation of Shakers and Movers. Matt, if you hold it up a little bit, we'll see you too. Whee!
Well,
Here.
I wouldn't get too picky.
Ready? Watch.
So, yeah.
I got you.
Okay.
Boop.
There we go.
Here we go. So yeah, we are here live from Indian Point, Maine. As you can see behind us, this is wild. Hold on. Whee! The ocean view that we have been so blessed to be consuming or absorbing, this vibration of the sea while we sleep. We are on this epic little adventure. Matt has just been coming along with me, which I'm so grateful for. We have been deep in ceremony for our friend Claire E. Clay, who passed away 20 years ago this year, who left an amazing mark on this world. And we've been honoring her life and celebrating. And the breath work has certainly helped me tap in and get into the flow and really feel her vibration and energy. And I believe that she is still here with us. She's shown us in many ways, shapes and forms. So today, yeah, we're gonna do some breathing with the sea air. And Matt, what was your sort of thoughts for what we might want to chat about today?
Yeah. Why don't we just flip it?
Here we go. We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
My fingers are too big. We'll let you all enjoy the view or the sounds. I'm gonna try and change the camera angle.
There you
Well, I was just thinking, like last night, we were just talking about like community and stuff like that. So when I think of the ocean a lot, like when we talk about, I don't know, like spirituality and all that, like one of the things that comes up a lot of times is like, you know, we're just like a sea, like the human race is like, or like life, or like all events, or it's just like the, you know, the ocean is the flow, the ocean is the power, you know, like if we're all little droplets in the ocean, it's just all like a community, we're all just like functioning together as the water, creating the waves, the current, the flow within the water. And it's when those droplets are out of the ocean, you know, that's when we're separate or in the mainstream of like the fake life, right?
Well, I even think about what happened to you on the rocks and how sometimes you crash.
Yeah, I crashed yesterday.
Yeah, like it's true. It's like
Yeah.
we're all just trying to stay in the flow, and sometimes you run into a boulder, sometimes you get caught up in the seaweed.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
sometimes
I got tossed yesterday a little bit.
right? And sometimes you're able to ride the wave, right?
Exactly.
Like, and I've been feeling like I've been riding such an emotional wave since the beginning of September, and you know, again, being able to absorb this energy from the ocean is so precious and powerful. And I just want to express my sincere gratitude to the Clark family for allowing us to use the sacred space that is Indian Point and that is Loop Road, and its magical power has really affected me on a cellular level.
Yeah.
And I think that's why set and setting is so important to talk about. When you talk about trying to do these modalities for healing, whether it's plant medicine, whether it's breath work, I think the place that you're doing it and then the mindset that you have can't be underestimated. So I think we've been really intentional about our purpose here this week, and we're really excited to bring this energy back with us to 63 Washington Street on Friday night. We're going to be doing our integrated recovery practices group, and it's going to be a little bit more of like, I'm calling a meeting, guys. We're going to have some things to go over as far as our expectations in the community, codes of conduct, how we expect people to treat one another, how we would report it if we didn't feel safe or treated correctly there. Also, what we want to do together, what we want to create, what we want to make, what we want to be able to take home with us and remind ourselves to keep ourselves on track with divination tools that we're going to make. So I want everybody to come in and give us their input, because we're doing this, you know, not for any one particular person, and we don't want it to be about one particular way of healing. We really want it to be about what we need, and we want to meet you where you're at. So So we're going to start meeting from 7 to 7:30 to kind of go over maybe a book or a journaling activity that we can do together, and then 7:30 to 8 will be more of a social time, and we'll have hopefully all kinds of yummy alcohol-free elixirs to choose from soon. You know, so really coming down and like being like, hey, I have a gift, I have a talent that I want to share with you all would be really helpful, because I don't know what I want everybody to do. You know what you want to do, right? So I look forward to people coming down and helping me organize our 2023-2024 calendar. We're going to kind of go on the school schedule, because a lot of us are parents and we need to tap in the summer to our families. So that's going to be the rhythm from here on out. And yeah, guys, I'm going to just pop in and remind you that we are still...
Down. Wait, hold on. Okay, there you go.
That we are still manifesting fundraising. If you go to the homepage of the website, we are going to be investing in a safe and sacred space, either in Maine or Massachusetts. That is to be determined, but this is a call to action that every little donation will count towards a down payment for whether that's building our first treehouse or whether it's actually procuring a larger piece of land. We need more space. We need to be loud, we need to be free, we need to howl, we need to sing. We need to do it in private, because this business ain't pretty sometimes, okay? We need to be able to do it in a place that everybody feels safe to let go of the stuff that is not serving them. So pcsam.org is where you're gonna find out about the Soul Saturday DJ schedule, the Friday night support groups. We have DJ Miss Isis coming back for the 3rd time to the altar. We love her vibe. She's jungle, drum and bass, like, it's basically like the morning after vibe, you know, but we love Miss Isis, and thank you to her for continuing to come and raise the vibration at the church. That will be at high noon on Saturday. And again, meet us Friday night at 63 Washington Street for the Integrative Recovery Practices Group, and tell us what you need. Tell us what you want to see, and we will try to create these experiences for us all. And that's it. Let's breathe.
Yeah, I think it's really important that we get as many people down there as possible, and because even like, you know, like even I would like to change what I do and offer different things, like always offer the breath, but change it up and make it, you know, so that it's not always like the same thing. So if you're not holding space, and you just have ideas, like I think it's important for us to really hear from everyone.
Yes.
And see what the community's asking for, and also, you know, everyone always has such beautiful ideas, so it's nice to hear from everyone, really. You know, maybe they don't want to lead, maybe someone out there doesn't really want to like lead, and maybe someone new does want to lead, who knows, right? Mm-hmm. But maybe there's just a brilliant idea that one of us could be like, oh yeah, like I can do that.
Love it.
So yeah, I just want to really encourage that we get as much of the community and people here on Friday night, because it's not really just like a meeting. It's really just like, I mean, it's a meeting, but
it's networking.
But yeah, it's just like
socializing.
You know, what do we want to create? Like, how do we want to make this better than what we've had in the past? You know.
Great.
So, anyways. I'm just going to invite you to feel the energy of this place. So I'm going to ask you to rub your hands together and just create some friction. And then just to place your hands out in front of you. I'm just going to invite you to breathe in. You can maybe even just look at the camera. The energy in this place is unbelievable. My body's been like super alive. So as you breathe in, I just invite you to see if you can feel the energy, the power of this ocean. Imagine even the smell as you take in the sound, and just watch it. Just watch Mother Earth. Just watch her aliveness and breathe into that. going to invite you to bring in a nose breath, breathing in and out through the nose. Breathing into your stomach. And as you drop into this breath, feel free to close your eyes and just listen, or to continue just watching. Because I think, it's okay to meditate or to breathe with your eyes open. We don't always have to do it with our eyes closed, especially when we're in a place like this. I wish I could show you the ducks down here, because they're like right in those rocks. They're like diving, like in that mess right there. It's like, let's see if I can find it. It might be hard to see him. There he is. Oh, and he just dove, if you caught it. And I'm just gonna invite you to really really slow down the nose breath. So just kind of fall into it. And slow down. Feel the heart slow down. Feel the breath just become a nice even flow. So a lot of times with this breath, a long time ago, we used to talk about like how to breathe in and out for roughly a 5 count. And what I'm going to invite you to do today, as you're just taking the sound in, is we're just going to take a vacation today. Let's just enjoy this fully. What I would like you to practice, and what I invite you to do here, is to try and just really slow the exhale down and the inhale down to the point to where you feel like a little bit of stress, which is most likely before the 5 count, if you were to count it. But I wouldn't worry about that. And so what I'm going to invite you to do here is to try and stay conscious of the breath, and to ease the discomfort of a slow, controlled inhale and exhale. Really slow the whole process down, and even getting to the point of the slight discomfort, and just engaging with the discomfort, trying to relax into it. I think when we think of life, it's also about trying to relax into our discomforts. So explore this with the breath today. So like yesterday, I was walking on some rocks down at this other beach, going in and out of the water, but kind of making my way up on these bigger rocks. Very painful on the feet. So my point of bringing this up is that I had to settle into the pain. Breathe into the pain. Breathe and feeling into the discomfort, and just changing my thought process with it. So what I did was I looked at it, or I felt into it in the manner of a massage. Like, this is massaging my feet. It's waking up the blood, the nerves. And then just slowing the breath down and controlling the discomfort and falling into it. And training myself to become more comfortable with sitting in the discomfort, in the shit. Because this also relates to our real life, right? The discomforts of things we're trying to leave behind. Or maybe not even things that we're leaving behind. Maybe we're leaving a piece of something behind. But we're just changing the energy of how it's viewed and how we can use that energy for the better good for self and others. Now I'm just going to invite you with this nose breath to continue trying to just extend it just a little bit. Just get a little bit of that discomfort. Maybe you're even feeling like you can go a little bit longer. And I'm going to invite that you do a brief hold at the top of the inhale and just a brief hold for 1 or 2 count at the end of the exhale. And we're just going to stay with this breath today. I wish I could move a little bit further away and show you more of this coastline, but I'll probably lose my phone if I do that. Or not lose the phone. You get what I mean. Lose our connection. And as we're staying with this nose breath and a very light hold, if you can stay with that, I invite you to stay with this. We're going to try and stay with it for like 10 minutes. This is like a Kundalini exercise as well, breath piece. And my invitation to you is just to bring yourself away from your daily life with this breath today, so that you may return relaxed, ready to take on and conquer the world, and just to fall in love with nature again, maybe. We need more of this. super foggy today. We could see the islands and other rocks out here. Yesterday it cleared later in the day. Maybe even just adding just a little bit with the belly button now. So we're doing the nose breath still, slight pause on the, or breath hold on the inhale, exhale, extending it to slight discomfort while keeping everything relaxed. And now let's maybe just slightly add, pushing the belly button a little bit more towards the spine on the exhale, and slowly bringing that element in and just pushing all the junk up and out. Just recycle all the energy within the body. As you breathe in and feel the energy of this place. Even the ocean right now is calming down. Even feel the humid air on your skin with salt water. Imagine feeling that. Breathing in this fresh, this is so fresh, this air. So clean. And I just invite you to try and stay with this breath. You know, if you ever need to pause, take a break, just bring yourself back. We're just gonna use this today as a vacation from whatever it is that you are doing today. Just let it all go. Breathe in the sound. Feel the moisture on the skin. And if you're watching this, maybe just like fall into all these swirling patterns of the water. It's almost like what I was talking about in the beginning. It's just like If we start collectively being more together, community-based, we're just gonna, it's kind of like a flow like that. It's kind of like you just never know. It's moving this way, life moves that way. Gets a little quiet, gets a little rough. I'm gonna stay with this for a few more minutes. Just fall deeper and deeper into the breath, into the quiet void within you. Find this place of quietness, comfort. Breathe in this power. Let this be refreshing as you feel yourself being able to extend maybe the inhale and the exhales, maybe it's a little bit longer now, maybe with a little bit more comfort. As the heart is beginning to really slow down, it's almost as if you can't feel it anymore. It's almost like there is no beating. It's just pure energy. This is a really beautiful way to fall into the heart energy. Really slowing it down so we're not even aware of the breath anymore. We're just falling into the pattern. No thought. Just really feeling it. And beginning to feel the pure energy of that heart space. Kind of see that little island out there. I gotta work on my camera control. There we go. We're going to try and stay with this breath for about 1 more minute. Now just let your breath go. And I just invite you to feel into how your body feels, the energy of the body, maybe the aliveness of it, maybe the alertness of the body. Sandy's doing some movement, so if you feel like you need to move, shift the energy around, stretch. And even as you're moving, I just invite you to really feel into how the movement feels. Like we can see Sandy stretching a little bit here. How's that stretching feeling? Is it helping shift the energy? Is it maybe even deepening your state of relaxation? Because she can still continue to just breathe in any fashion that works for her now, but just really shifting and allowing the body to even calm and relax even deeper through the movement. Add yoga, it doesn't even have to be yoga, it can just be anything that just feels right for you. Like I will definitely move after holding this camera for a while. But I can't get enough of this view. I could just sit here all day. Definitely go take a nice walk on these rocks. So yesterday I was like, walked down to this beach that's like to the left of here. And then I had this brilliant idea of trying to walk the coastline that you see here, like in the water, like back to the house. Yeah, not a good idea. I got tossed right into the rocks. So just listen to the body for a moment, maybe really let the breath go, heavy sigh. How was that breath for you today? Were you able to stay with it?
Yeah. I I felt very much like at one with the sound of the ocean waves and the flow of that energy like coming in to me. I kind of like became the sea. I think it's also helping that it's misting right now, so it's very visceral. Like I feel like I'm just in the flow of the energy that's around me. Again, environment, setting is a really big part of these practices. Your intention, your mindset, what the thoughts are that are in your head to begin with, but then I was really able to finally like have no thoughts. So just the art of being is like really tough for me, you know, to slow down. So it's a challenge for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed.
No, I never noticed that with you.
But I felt like that was really effective. And I personally used like a mudra, and I was counting when I was holding to kind of just keep myself on track because of my like ADD, and that to me kind of will remind me as I go through the day to like just slow down a little bit when I continue. If I need to like chill out, like just doing this now, I feel like is going to bring me back to that like place, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you're so full of fire that you can almost look at this as like a little hose spraying down, like quieting the flame down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because sometimes we need that. I mean, the fire is super important, but for balance, sometimes we need to kind of tone it down so that we can either refocus our thoughts or make sure we're coming from the right place.
And to let source like speak to you and through you, I think, like to get the messages, like you're kind of like paying more attention to the signs or something, right? That's kind of what I've been trying to do lately. Life is like a big game of choose your own adventure.
Yeah, being open.
These days. So yeah, being open, staying open to the possibilities. That's a huge part of this work. So again, I hope to see some faces down at the church on Friday night because I haven't been around in a while. I've been in Maine. I've been tapping into my family and doing what I need to do to take care of myself. And I hope you all have been too, because you deserve it. And so that's my friendly reminder today. As always, talk to strangers. That's my official advice for 2023. Smile, say hi, because that makes all the difference, you know, to somebody else potentially and to you. So talk to strangers and take care of yourself. I love you.